Hi, I'm Mrs. Schramm, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about what this is. This is called a plate or a bacterial plate. We make these by taking this empty petri dish, which is composed of a base and a lid, and we make sure it's sterile, and we pour into it a jello-like solution that we mix up. So we have to heat that jello-y stuff up. It's called agar, and then we mix it with some nutrients. Then we take these empty petri dishes and we pour the jello in, and then we let it harden. Once it hardens, then we know that it's ready to use. It's got nutrients and it's got a nice loose fitting lid so that air can get in for cellular respiration. When we have a bacterial plate like this, it's the perfect environment to grow bacteria and fungus and all kinds of stuff. So if you were to open this dish and cough in it, it would start growing all the stuff from your nasal cavity and be really disgusting. Okay, so we're not going to do that. We never really want to open the lids of these. So you would never, I'll demonstrate with an empty one, take the lid off and set it on the counter. That would be terrible. You would contaminate the lid, then you'd bring other bacteria from the lab counter to your petri dish. So don't ever do that. What you can do, though, is you need to know that in our world, there's this thing called gravity, and even bacteria and fungus in the air is raining down on us right now by the process of just gravity pulling it down. So if I was to lift this lid off, stuff is going to fall into my petri dish. Instead, I'm going to either use the umbrella technique where I lift it, or I'm going to use the clamshell technique. For this video, I'll use the clamshell technique to demonstrate. I can take a pipette, I can suck up some liquid, some cells that I want to grow, and I can carefully squirt these cells onto this dish. I'm going to close my lid after I do that so that I don't accidentally add some new thing to my petri dish. And then I need to use one of these blue spreaders to very gently move the cells around to cover the area that I wanted them to cover. Now, in this case, I wanted them to just cover half of this petri dish, so I just spread the cells around on one half of this petri dish. And I'm going to throw this away into my waste container. When I want to grow bacteria, I want to let bacteria soak into the agar, which is the jello stuff. And then after it soaks in for about 5 minutes, then what I want to do is I want to store these upside down. Because when jello is left to evaporate, liquid will evaporate out of the jello and form condensation droplets on the lid of this petri dish. Just like if you've taken a shower and you have condensation drops ever show up on your ceiling, for example. So I want to store this upside down when I put it into an incubator. You store them upside down in an incubator and let them grow like that. Then when you're done, you can see what you've grown, and hopefully it's what you wanted.